and the ancestors are looking out for us. Todd Hayes is exposing them, man.
Okay, you see that chair right there? See how big it is?
Yeah.
Now look at the poke chair under it. Scroll down, look at the poke chair under
Never have it been made so clear.
Young TV. Young.
We running the game right now.
Young TV.
Time to take over.
Young
We the hottest in the game. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. If you just not tuned in.
TV.
Share, like on your Instagram, Facebook.
Young TV.
If you tuned in, we broadcasting live from 2030, baby.
Young TV. Young
Taking over the game, baby. Oh yeah.
Young TV.
Hit that like.
Young TV.
Get them likes up in the air, you heard me?
Young TV.
Ride by. Hotel Islam.
Young TV.
Assalamu alaikum. Flown lesson.
Young TV.
Hit that like.
Hey, I don't know why they got to go to these doctors to get these injections, man. I mean, we never did that, and we always had butt. And we always had butter in the community. And we got a couple clips we're gonna run. We just give people time to get in. Check this out. People going out to spend $10,000, $20,000 to get some butt. And it's dangerous, you know? When all you gotta do, matter of fact, I'm gonna write a book called How to Get Some Butt. How to get butt. Yeah, because they ain't eating enough, man. Look, the country folks know how to get some butt on you. Hey, shout out, hey, hit that like if you're from the country, man. My grandma will put something on you, man. She ain't eating that corn, they ain't eating no cornbread and beans no more. They ain't eating no cornbread, beans, and rice no more. That's why they ain't got no butt. They boning because they eating all this this Taco Bell. You know what I'm saying? They ain't eating real food no more. How many of them? I bet you half of them girls that's going to get the BBL. Yo, I'm telling you, I'm gonna really play some clips, some clips. But I'm just giving people time to get in. Half of them chicks that went got the BBL, I bet they can't cook. I bet they can't cook. Half of them. I'm telling you, man. Because if you eat some cornbread, beans, and rice, some yams, some greens, some mustard green, right? Some good that thick cornbread, that homemade. I'm talking about not that Jiffy. Jiffy good too when you on the run, but I'm talking about homemade cornbread, grandma's buttermilk cornbread with the red beans and rice. You got it down in Louisiana. We'll put some butter on you down there. Hey, give me, man. It won't take me nothing but 30, 40 days to put some butter on. Right? Beans and rice. I get you thick quick. What happened to doing? Yeah, 95. He said 95% of them can't cook, right? Mid. Look, whatever happened to doing squats? Whatever happened to eating the beans and rice? See, I don't got enough fiber. You got to get some fiber. The butt, that's fiber, right? We're about to get ready to roll some clips, man. This some heavy duty stuff we got here. We're about to get ready to bring out. But let's roll that is a Islam clip first, talking about the lady Sarah Bartman, who is the lady that pretty much that everybody's doing this BBL thing after they made her into a freak show. But go ahead. We're going to run this clip real quick. Check it out.
Remember how the Europeans were studying a woman by the name of Sarah Bartman.
Yeah.
Remember this. To all the sisters who are either getting BBLs, considering getting them, or already have them, please study Sarah Bartman, the Venus Hottentot, who the Europeans were experimenting on and studying her body because they were trying to figure out why her buttocks, her gluteus medius and maximus, her butt was so big. Still had her body in the museum in Paris until the early 2000s. Then they brought her body back to Africa to bury it. They put her body in a museum. They were experimenting on this black woman, looking at her body, and it was so bad they would put her in the traveling circus, then into the underground orgy market all over Europe, and they would use her body as an aphrodisiac. So when they would have these orgies, they would walk up in on a line and touch her vagina and ooh, get tantalized and walk over there and start having sex in the corner. And oh my God, that's what they did with her. Now you do it willingly. Sarah Bartman is who y'all are following. Shout out to Dream Doll, who just came out and said, I'm tired of this surgery and keeping up these BBLs. I want to get all of this removed. Shout out to Black China, who said, I'm no longer interested in this. I'm getting all this removed. She didn't just say it. She put on her whole journey on camera and showed the whole world, listen, I'm getting these fillers. She said, I got to get all this stuff taken out. And injections everywhere. It's injections. I gotta get it taken out.
Because you can get sick, you can die. I haven't had any crazy complications since I got it. I got it when I was 19 years old. But now I'm moving here in life. So I'm like this out of my ass so I can grow.
So will you ever do any more surgery, any more fillers? You're done. I'm done with it, y'all. You're done. I'm done. I'm done. No more.
Shout out to K. Michelle. She got 13 surgeries to remove what happened to her body as a result of these surgeries, and a whole lot of other sisters who haven't come out publicly yet.
The surgeries that were the 13 surgeries were for the silicone. I had them back to back, and I still have 2 more to go, and I have holes and dents in me.
So you went to a proper surgeon? Now, how much have you spent on proper surgery?
That's been crazy. Over that surgery alone was 300. It's 300,000, and I did it, and no, and insurance doesn't cover it.
I was gonna say, but
doesn't cover it. So that's why I have the TV show, because I'm helping women get it out of their body.
Okay.
So that trend moved as far as getting the BBLs. Now the trend now is it was a wrong decision, being the #1 most dangerous cosmetic surgery in the world. Most kill rate is with that one. So a lot of your sisters are now, they coming back and they saying, you know what, I want to get back to my natural self. So I want to acknowledge them, because these are the sisters who are now going to be looked at as enemies of the other ones. And don't let them turn anybody against each other. Please always big up and show love and support to the brothers who are masculine, to the sisters who are feminine, to the sisters who want to be the natural selves, to the brothers, because a lot of y'all getting BBL abs. The hell?
They say BBL.
What's up with Miami? Ab inject. Man, get in the gym.
I know.
Eat better.
Dang.
Come on now.
Yeah,
y'all looking at Brother Reason. Man, Brother Reason, I'm serious, but I also have to be an example of it.
Yes.
Because a lot of people get up here and talk, but you look at me like, bro, I like all that stuff you saying.
Got a tummy tuck,
but no, hey,
yeah.
we have to be examples of it. So I said I'm not just going to walk here, but I'm going to talk it. So I had to mention all that, brother, because you know that's something that's needed. You know, just love yourself, y'all. Seriously, we love our sisters, love our brothers. There are enough of us doing good, sisters and brothers out here. Promote those. Stop following the people who are just dumping their trauma on everybody, and promote the ones who show love in the midst of their trauma. They're like, yeah, black man hurt me, but not all black men.
That's right.
Yeah, black woman hurt me, but not all black women. So I love y'all.
That's right.
And I think our people will continue to love each other if we promote that side more.
For sure.
Hey, y'all. So you heard Rizza Islam tell you about the lady, right? Right? And if you look at that lady, you can tell Bartman, she's a Sands lady, right? The Sands people. If you take a look at her, we're going to play another clip about her in just a minute. But keep in mind, this is the #1 death rate surgery as far as, it's the #1 surgery as far as that's killing people, as far as like the upgrades of the body and all that. And like I say, I can get you that cornbread recipe from scratch. That'll fatten you up. You eat that about 2-3 times a week, you'll be thick in no time. We call it cornbread thick down here. Hey, check this out though.
I was used in a dehumanizing freak show because of my large buttocks. I am Sarah Bartman.
Okay, so this right here is a clip about the lady, right? Sarah.
I was used in a dehumanizing freak show because of my large buttocks. I am Sarah Bartman, a name that resonates with both the pain of exploitation and the triumph of resilience. I remember how I found myself in a dehumanizing freak show exhibition, exploited because of my physical appearance. It was a time of great pain and humiliation, but amidst the darkness a fire burned within me, a fire that refused to be extinguished. My path led me to Europe in 1810, a continent filled with both newfound possibilities and unimaginable challenges. Little did I know that this journey would become a catalyst for change, a turning point that would ignite a global debate on racism, human rights, and the ethical boundaries of exhibition. I refused to be reduced to a mere spectacle, a curiosity for others to mock and gawk at. Within my heart, a determination took hold, to fight for my own dignity and the dignity of those who shared similar experiences. Supported by abolitionists and activists, I embarked on a courageous battle for my freedom and legal rights. My voice resonated, echoing the voices of countless others who had been marginalized and exploited. Together, we challenged the oppressive practices of the freak show industry and demanded an end to the dehumanization of individuals like us. My fight was not without obstacles. I faced legal battles, societal prejudice, and ongoing exploitation. But with unwavering resilience, I pressed forward, fueled by the belief that every individual deserves dignity, respect, and the right to be free from exploitation. My struggle became a symbol of resistance, a symbol that ignited conversations, sparked change, and forever altered societal attitudes. My legacy intertwined with the broader fight for equality, leaving an enduring impact on history.
All right, for you people just coming in, that is Sarah Bartman, and she was the lady that had the big buttocks that pretty much started why everybody want to get a big butt. She started that whole thing, right? And they used her like in a circus, right? They used to use her as a spectacle, as a freak show where they can have people walking in and look at her butt, right? Right? So it's like Sarah with the big butt, right? But that actually over time turns into what it is today. Now everybody want to get a big butt. They got fake butts. I mean, they selling butt everywhere, right? But like I say, a lot of these women that's getting a butt, they don't cook. They eat out every day. They don't eat no country food. That real yams, black eyed peas, purple hub peas. They ain't eating none of it. They ain't eating no cornbread. They ain't cornbread fed no more. See, that's what it is. Back bang, look. Down south, they cornbread fed down there, man. Down here, man, we cornbread fed. You know what I'm saying? We cornbread fed. I'm telling you, man. I ain't like this is new. This right here, like I say, the injection thing and the BBL thing is new. And then what you getting butt for? You trying to attract the guy? And then some of the people that's got mans already still want to go get a butt. What you want to get a butt? If your man like your butt, why would you want to go get another butt? So you want, because you want other dudes to look. Man, look, if you were a chick and you told her you like her butt and she still gonna get a butt, you need to get on, move right. She trying to get somebody else to look at that butt. I'm telling you, man. And then 15 years later, her butt, watch how her butt look. We got more clips to show you, since if people think it's a game. Let me show you how some butts look after, you know what I'm saying? Check this out. Let's run these clips. We're going to run them from top to bottom.
Have you, by the way, researched BBLs since you've had this procedure and noticed how dangerous they are?
I have.
Have you heard of the other really bad complication you can get from BBLs?
No.
Death. Death. It's the most fatal operation in all of plastic surgery.
Wow.
Yeah. A Brazilian butt lift, or a BBL, is where you take fat from one part of the body harvested through liposuction and inject it into the buttock area. The problem is the chances that that fat will get into one of those short blood vessels leading to the main blood vessel going back to your heart is elevated. And unfortunately, that can lead to a very fatal or dangerous complication.
Beauty should not come at the cost of your life. I'm Logan Quirk. I'm a personal injury attorney specializing in wrongful death cases, and it's time to talk about BBLs. BBLs have skyrocketed by over 800% in popularity in the last decade. With BBL mortality rates at 1 in 3,000, they are now the deadliest aesthetic procedure. Botched surgeries can prompt a family to seek justice, holding those accountable for avoidable tragedy. If you're choosing to get a BBL, make sure you research very carefully. Ask for certifications. Make sure that you're looking at facilities that are not substandard or performing excessive and unnecessary surgeries. When choosing a physician, make sure they're board certified. Make sure that they have a track record for success. Read the reviews. Do not compromise the safety of your health for a cheaper operation. These overseas doctors and facilities have looser regulations. They have limited recourse for medical malpractice and botched procedures. Before you get a BBL, talk to the surgeon. Make sure that they explain the possible risks and all possible outcomes. Failure to do so could lead to legal action against that surgeon. If you or a loved one suffers from a botched plastic surgery, seek legal support immediately. Legal action may help you secure compensation for your damages.
Look, so a lot of people dying from this, and that's what everybody is going around, right? But like I say, people that from the South, we know about their yeast, home natural yeast, all natural yeast. Yeast that'll get you thick, boy. So I get you out there, get you on that yeast cornbread. I put you on that yeast cornbread to get you out there doing squats 2-3 weeks. You have the same results as the BBL. Right? They ain't cornbread fed no more, y'all. They ain't cornbread fed no more.
Part 2 of my BBL horror story, and why I have not mentioned where I got my BBL at all. And I skipped the part from part 1. Okay, so I went straight to the tummy tuck. Before I got surgery, they were, I don't know if all places are like this, but since they knew I was an influencer and I was documenting everything in my mind, I'm like, okay, they're gonna treat me right, everything's gonna be great. They're gonna, bitch, no. Okay, so I get the surgery and I wake up. This was the first, I wake up, you know, you kind of out of it, you know, and the lady walks up to me. She didn't introduce herself, nothing. She opened my legs and started pulling my catheter out. And I'm like, hold on, wait, you know, trying to figure out what the hell is going on. I'm just waking up. She has a whole attitude yanking a catheter out of my hoo-ha. So when she snatches it out, immediately, I guess I pee or it released out of the tube. I'm not sure what happened, but I felt it all go up my whole back and onto my legs and my incision, and it was burning. And I'm like, wait, I just peed on myself. This lady had the nerve to look in my face and tell me, oh, it's just fluid from your BBL. I'm like, I only got lipo in the bottom of my back. And I know what piss feel like, and I know what it smell like, so don't lie to me. After that, after she yanked me out the bed and threw me in the wheelchair and rolling me out, she's telling me, this is your breathing tube. Because, you know, if you have the little thing in your throat, you have to do the little breathing machine to keep you from getting pneumonia. She's showing me as we're walking outside, drops it on the ground in my face. It is not the fact that she dropped it. It's because I was out of it, but I ain't slow, I ain't stupid, I ain't dumb. That's one thing I ain't never been. She picks it up off the ground. I'm like, can I have another one? You just dropped it on the ground. This lady looked at me in my face and told me, if I caught it before it hit the ground. So I'm out of it, but I straight up, since I'm high as a kite, y'all, finna get in the transportation, finna leave. And I look at her, it was another lady. I'm like, y'all don't give a fuck about me. That's exactly what I have it on video. I'll show y'all the video. Y'all don't give a fuck about me. It was clear.
Yeah, those BBLs be stinking. So you guys may have seen this online that BBL smells is trending. And there are a lot of reasons for that smell, but I think that I will tell you guys a story about a girl that I dated, and I took her out. She had a BBL. Her body looked crazy good. Like, she had it done right. So we linked up and we went out, had a really good time, and she wanted to give me a little show. So she was like, just stand right there. And so, like, she took off everything very seductively and got on my bed and started twerking that thing, right? And I was like, what the hell? Because at this point, she got nothing on. And I smelled this smell, and it hits my nose. It was like a assault of my nose.
Well, so that's the rumor going around too that the BBLs give off a smell. So, like I say, they ain't drinking real cow milk no more. Now, you might say, "Yo, I'm crazy." You drink cow, they talking about drinking cow milk. Well, what you drinking today ain't real milk. I'm talking about when you go milk your own cow from back when my grandma and them was doing. You know what I'm saying? That what they got going on now. My grandma said that. Like, I'm telling you, back in the day, my grandma used to wrangle her own chickens, grow all her own vegetables, and my granddad used to go fishing all the time, kill his own deer. They really never really went to the grocery store. I really never saw them go to the grocery store rarely. Like they made their own liquor. They made their own liquor. They ain't go to the liquor store. I know how to do all this from watching my dad and my granddad. I know how to make my own liquor. I know how to milk a cow. I know how to wrangle a chicken's neck. I know how to skin a hog, right? All it. I know how to skin a squirrel, a coon. So a lot of people don't know how to do that. They don't even know how to bait a hook. They don't even know how to bait a hook. I bet you, the girls that's getting the BBL, I bet you a lot of them don't even know how to bait a hook. And that's sad, being that the time frames that we about to get ready to come in. That's sad, right? That you can't even bait a hook. And half of them can't even change their own tie. I saw one, so she didn't even know how to put gas in her own car. Now ain't that something? She asking how you put gas up in here? I'm saying, man, this is the way the world going. I'm telling you. But like I say, if you want to get some butt, all you gotta do, get you some yeast and chocolate milk, and then go hit the gym and do you a couple squats. Yeah, no cow milk, right? Yeah, we know now that the cow milk is mucus, right? But like, since Dr. Sabi and everything. But I'm saying the cow milk that I'm thinking of what it is the people have been drinking milk for a long time before all of these diseases came, right? They were drinking milk. My grandma and them, they lived to be 100 and some years old. They drank cow milk. They made buttermilk biscuits, all it from it. And they ain't died from no disease. They died of old age, right? They drank cow milk. They ate a lot of stuff that they say it was bad for us, my peoples, the country folks. And they lived to be 100 and some years old. My grandma was like 106, right? And they drank like little cans of beer. I think beer prolong your life. I'm telling you, man. Because my grandma drank one little can of beer every day. She was 100 and some years old. My other grandma was like almost 100, like 99, 100. So it's like the everything is, since the factories, everything is really pausing now. And like I say, they didn't really go to the grocery store for nothing. They got everything like at the they grew everything. My grandma always had a garden. My grandpa always had a garden. They grew watermelon, okra, all it, sugar cane, right? A lot of people don't know nothing about this. They grew up in the city. They grew up in New York. They on somewhere else, and I ain't like all parts of New York ain't big city, right? You got upstate New York and parts that's country. Yeah, he said his grandma, your granny's fair. You say her granny's almost 100, right? And they drunk cow milk and all this stuff that's bad for us now. But I think because of the more the greed and more, we got to make, it's more people on the planet. It's a lot of factors that factor in why the food is making us sick now. And my grandma and them ate the same thing, and they lived to be 100. But the lifespan is going shorter and shorter, right? Now we brought you here today to talk about shout out Collie. Winsboro, that's going towards Mississippi, right? That's going after you get out of Monroe, after you pass Monroe on 20. Winsboro, I think I passed through Winsboro. When I go to Jackson, to holler at my kinfolks. Yeah, Wimber. That's like after you passed. It's either no, it's after you pass Monroe, right? Cali. Monroe stank, boy. You remember when Trump came down there? He said they talked stuff about Trump and Monroe. Trump said that Monroe stank because they got that paper mill down there, right? But West Monroe is a football town, man. You know, they big on football down there. And it's like a real like high school football. It's a real big high school football place. But yeah, but I'm gonna play some more clips on the BBL thing. But like I say, if you a sister, if you one of our sisters, and you thinking about going out there spend $10,000 on getting some butt, don't do it. Because if you gotta get some butt to get a man, if a man don't like you for what you is, you gotta go buy a butt just for a man to like you. Then what's gonna happen when that butt get flat? Go flat. You know what I'm saying? Or that butt start stinking or something. You know what I'm saying? Because they saying this stuff right here got the people butt stinking. So what's gonna happen when that butt go on flat? You know, it's what you got to look into, right? Now let's go to the next one.
The danger here. It's extraordinarily dangerous. It turns out it's the most dangerous, not only plastic surgery procedure, it's the most dangerous operation there is with the highest fatality rate. And I'll tell you why. You take fat from one part of your body, typically the abdomen, you process it, and you inject in the buttocks. Sounds easy, right? The problem is there's these very small little veins in the buttock that lead directly to the vena cava, which is the major blood vessel that brings blood back from your body to your heart, to your lungs. If you get fat in those little vessels and it gets in the main vena cava and goes to your lungs, it's over. It's the most fatal operation there is. And I would advise there are other ways to get a full buttock besides that.
If it's the deadliest operation, period, are they giving warnings when they do this to people? I mean, are people adequately being informed about the dangers here?
Not in my opinion. Now, last year, before the pandemic, an international task force was gathered to warn all of Europe that this is such a dangerous operation. And in this country, the American Society of Plastic Surgeons started to talk about it. They sent out a few articles about it, and then everybody pretty much ignored it. But listen, it's super dangerous. You can do it in the gym. There are safe fillers to do it. I recommend people back away from Brazilian butt lifts.
Hey, and you heard it there, right? Bag away from Brazilian butt lifts. Right? So it's like this. A lot of them, like I said, they ain't cornbread fed, man. They eating that box Jiffy. They ain't eating that real grandma's buttermilk, cornmeal, old school cornbread. You need to go get that cornbread recipe. And then another thing, and you might, hey, don't laugh at this, but this is God truth. You know, young elder, we keep it street. We keep it hood. We your hood anchorman. A lot of them, they ain't get hit from the back enough. You got to they ain't get hit from the back. So you got to, they ain't get hit from the back enough. You know what I'm saying? You got to get hit from the back, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, State Farm, get hit from the back. You got to set up. A lot of them ain't getting hit from the back, man. They I don't like getting, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, Clips. Shout out Clips. Yeah, they ain't getting hit from the back enough, and they ain't eating enough beans and rice. Man, look, I get you set up on them red beans and rice with that homemade cornbread. Hit you with that yeast, right? The yeast gonna be in the cornbread, really. Then, you know what I'm saying? Get you out there, do you a couple squats about 2 times a week. You'll be in the game. Yeah, I'm telling you. Hey, Mr. Godberg Burger, they ain't getting hit from the back enough, man. Yeah. Once you start getting hit from the back, maybe 2 or 3 times a week, that'll put you 50% in the game right there. Then the other 50 with the cornbread and the red beans and them red beans and rice, it ain't gotta be red beans and rice. But red beans and rice will do it quick though. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, mama. Hey, down south, we know how to do it. And you got to cook them red beans and rice, right? You got to add all of, onion, bell pepper, garlic, the whole nine, the bay leaf, right? I like using that brown rice, right? You got to get that'll thicken you up. It's called thickening you up. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man. They ain't what it is. They ain't eating the right stuff. They eating more. It's like this. If you want to get some butt, you got to eat real conscious food, man. You got to eat some real dead. You got to get hit from the back. I'm telling you. Start getting hit from the back twice a week. That'll put you in the game.
Just because I wasn't afraid to get on here and say my BBL smelled like dumpster juice and y'all don't make me the villain.
This is the ongoing fascinating saga of a woman whose BBL stank.
So in part 1, I was telling y'all how my sit-down air was stinking real bad. And it got to the point to where I had to carry around a bottle of air freshener or a bottle of perfume.
So how could a BBL cause somebody's sit-down air to stink really badly? Well, there are a number of possible causes. Obviously, cleanliness and hygiene may have something to do with it, especially if you've had a BBL and things aren't feeling the same down there. But it also could be due to medical conditions. Let's hear a little bit more from her.
When I say that BBL really ruined my life, I even lost my boyfriend behind it. He was telling me the whole time, like, you're stinking real bad down there and I can't stomach it. It was the truth. It got to the point to where when I would get my laundry out of the dryer, it would still smell like that rat-eating flesh.
Now, if you've ever worked in healthcare, you know that the thing that smells the absolute worst, worse than anything, is rotten flesh. This is worse than the smell of somebody just not cleaning back there, and that's how she's describing this. But unfortunately, the people who watched her video did not like her explanation and see what happened afterwards.
I have a lot of women angry with me. They are reporting me. They're commenting nasty things.
Although some people may have a hard time cleaning back there when their behind is so much larger, it doesn't sound like that's the case with her. Fat necrosis, where the fat dies, is a known complication of BBL surgery, and if that fat gets infected, it could smell badly and actually drain. Now, the only people who know what happened are the patient and her surgeon, so let's give her the final word.
How I got my BBL surgically removed because my sit-down one was stinking real bad. BBL stink, do you hear me? And it's not coming from the vagina or the beehole. It's coming from the incisions that they cut to inject the fluid and the fat in your butt, okay? There's people in the comments saying, oh, you wasn't washing up right. Come on, let's be real. It's coming out of the incision. It fucking stink. I don't care what y'all say. It stink. And if it's not healing...
A warning tonight from a woman who was paralyzed after cosmetic surgery.
She ended up in a wheelchair, and now she's not only taking on the doctor who performed that surgery, but also the center and the post-operation hotel they put her in. Rebecca Lopez reports.
Rolanda Hutton will never walk again.
It's very traumatic. It's like you never think about not being able to walk.
She ended up in a wheelchair after she had a Brazilian butt lift at the Dallas Plastic Surgery Institute.
When I first woke up, they were asking me to move, and I couldn't feel my legs.
We first told you her story back in November 2017. Then she sued the doctor who performed the surgery. But now she and her lawyer have amended the lawsuit to include other doctors who perform surgeries at the Institute and the Cloister, which is a post-operation hotel run by the same doctors who do the surgeries. They send patients there for recovery.
Patients are being sent to this so-called hotel, which is really a skilled nursing facility that's not licensed, not regulated by the state.
Hutton says she spent 2 days at the Cloister and says the staff there should have sent her to a hospital the moment she told them she could not feel her legs.
After the second day, I was like, something's wrong. I need to go to the hospital because I still can't move my legs, and it's been 2 days.
Her lawyer says Hutton isn't the only one who suffered severe consequences. He claims in 2009, a woman died after a facelift while at the Cloister.
This place needs to be regulated or shut down, or you're going to see more people that have been hurt.
Both in 2017 and today, we asked the Dallas Plastic Surgery Institute and its lawyers for comment. They did not respond. As for Hutton, she wants her story to serve as a warning to others of what can happen.
Hey, check this out. Like my ex girl, she died from the shit. She died like 2 years later after having it. She died. But she got her surgery. I had drove her all the way to El Paso. She got hers done in El Paso. So a lot of people to get it done cheaper, or to get it done, it depends on how they getting it done. A lot of people go out of town, like go to Brazil, go to Mexico, go to like El Paso, like these weird off the record places, right? I knew a dude that went around and actually did it himself. He went around with a suitcase. He wasn't even a doctor or nothing. He went around with a suitcase with injections to give people butt injection, and he was doing it out like at his house. So so it get crazy when you going out, especially if you're doing it like off the record. That I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do it off the record if I was gonna do it anyway. Check out this chick's butt right here. Look at this.
Amiga.
Now that girl butt is messed up, bro. That butt don't look good. Come on, man. That butt look.
Bien gostosa.
It's crazy though.
Look at you, so cute. She's ready.
Bonus. Come on, man.
Look at you, so cute. She's ready.
Y'all, man, look, man, you that bony and y'all go try to get the butt trouble your size, man. That's crazy. Yeah, it's like this. It's like this. Like I said, if you want to get some butt, what you need to do is look up how to make homemade buttermilk cornbread from scratch. Look how to get find your grandma. Somebody might still know how to. If you down south though, a lot of people down south, a lot of like at least half of the women don't got this problem. They already got butt, right? Because they cornbread fed. They cornbread fed, man. You know what I'm saying? Big, real thick. You know what I'm saying? Down in Mississippi and Memphis. And Memphis, boy, they got some, Memphis. They cornbread fed up out there. They eat them purple hub peas. Yeah, see, they ain't eating no real food no more. They ain't eating them purple hub peas. They ain't eating them yams. Right? Y'all making me hungry right now. Some yams, some purple hub peas, some okra with some tomatoes in it. Some man. Yeah, why they ain't got no butt values. They ain't eating no real deal Holyfield no more. They only have it doing one time a year, twice a year, Christmas and Thanksgiving. That's when they really have some. And then half of it be like they use stove topping. They use stove topping to make dressing. Come on, man. Come on. Man, if I walk in a place and they making stove topping dressing, I walk right out, man. I'm walking right out, man. You all be ashamed of yourself making stove top dressing. Come on, man. Down south, my grandma cooking duck dressing, turkey dressing, and chicken dressing. Take your pick. You know what I'm saying? Take your pick. We got turkey, duck dressing, duck dressing. Yeah, duck dressing. Yeah, a lot of y'all ain't know nothing about that. You don't know nothing about smoked duck butt. What you know about smoked duck butt? You don't know. See, the duck's butt. See, it's moist because it's sitting in the water all his life. A duck float on the water, so the butt part is real moist. So when you smoke that bad boy, yeah, they don't know. Hey, they don't know nothing about that. Them homemade biscuits. Look, the recipes is out there to make the homemade stuff. Now I ain't gonna give you my I know how to cook my grandma's stuff because my daddy showed me how to cook my daddy showed me how to cook the chili beans. Man, look, get you some chili beans. Chili beans and rice and cornbread, I guarantee they're gonna they're gonna thicken you up. Put that on your menu. Them corn, yeah, some yams, put that on your menu. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't even if you a vegan, you still can eat, you still can utilize these vegan. This is a lot of this can still be vegan. Right? Yeah, chicken and hey, see, Kyla, you know about that chicken and dumpling. See, you know about that chicken and dumpling, boy. You gonna make me call my grandma right now. Don't make me call my grandma because my great grandma passed, but my mama's grandmama still living. Right? She know how to cook that chicken and dumpling now. Right? And she done cook them honey bun cakes. Man, and look, man, I rob you over a peanut butter. Hey, my grandma peanut butter cake, man. Boy, peanut butter cake, I'll fatten you up. See, you ain't eating enough peanut butter. Peanut butter thicken you up. Peanut butter, put some peanut butter on top of a honey bun. Eat that and then go out there and do you about 20, 30, 40 of them squats. I'm telling you, man. Look, my grandma got that chicken and dumpling, boy. When you bump that chicken and dumpling, woo, when you say, woo, that's good. Right? Oh, that's good. That chicken and dumpling. Boy, some chicken and dumpling and some ice water. What you know about that ice water? Like, hey, people say, oh, you don't both drink ice water. It shocks your intestines. Man, what you know about that ice water, the real country ice water, man? My granddaddy say, bring me some ice water. You know what I'm saying? What you want to drink? Oh, ice water. They don't drink soda and all that. They down in the country. They drink tea, ice water, moonshine. Moonshine. Homemade moonshine, though. Look, you can make homemade liquor, man. They do it in prison all the time. Jesus turned water. My granddaddy was turning water into wine. Right? He's gonna get a whole bunch of grapes, like 2-3 trash bags full of grapes. We get 2 big old barrels and fill them up with the grapes. We pour sugar. We pour yeast. He actually used rice. I saw him use rice one time. Make some rice wine. But yeah, you pour yeast out and then you let it ferment. And then once you get the mash together, then you can either pour the liquor straight off of it and get like a wine, or you can take it and put it in the distiller and get straight hard liquor. They call it white lightning. Well, my granddaddy, his name was Chief Blackfoot, and they call it amongst my people. My granddaddy named Creeks. On my daddy's side, they Creek Blackfoot, right? And keep that in mind too. They said it's a Blackfoot tribe that went up to that's the ones that's up across Canada. They were a part of us. And then it's another group they are imposters. They're not even us. They people that try to steal our birthrights. Right? So my daddy, his name Chief Black Bear. And my granddaddy, his name Chief Blackfoot. But my granddaddy taught my daddy how to make the white lightning. That's what they call it. 160, man, 140. 100 and man, I done seen some stuff 180. Like that's the highest I done seen. And that's like they distilled it twice. They distill it twice, run it through the distiller twice. The potent, you lose more liquid, but it become out more potent. Man, apple pie moonshine. What you know about that? What you know about that, Equator? Yeah, wine also is another thing. These people I'm telling you about, like my grandma and them, all them, they drink a beer. They drink 1 beer a day. I don't like beer. I never did. Me and my brother one time, my daddy had like a 12-pack in the ice box, and he had went to work, right? So me and my brother call ourselves, we gonna steal one and drink it, right? We gonna steal one and drink. This how country people do shit, right? We gonna call ourselves gonna steal one, like he wasn't gonna know one was gone, and we gonna go in the bathroom and taste it and say, oh, it's nasty. He tasted it, oh, I don't like it. We pull it out in the toilet and throw it in the trash, right? So my dad, he get off. He come in there, He said, hey, somebody, hey, who drunk one of my beers? He go in the bathroom, he see the beer. He said, oh, y'all want to think y'all grown, huh? Y'all think y'all want to drink, huh? Y'all like to drink. He said, all right, no problem. This is how my daddy handled you. My daddy a real gangster, man. I'm telling you, like he did, like he was like my dad was on America Most Wanted. Let's put it that way. He was on America Most Wanted. He was called a shotgun bandit for robbing a whole bunch of convenience stores and shit. They finally caught up with him though. Like he went on like a state high speed chase, and they finally caught up with him, and he went to jail and did like 10, 12 years at Angola, right? But my dad, this is how he teach, right? So me and my brother, we call ourselves gonna steal a beer. My dad get off, he come there, he see the beer gone, he said, oh y'all want to drink? Y'all think y'all want to be grown, all right? He set us down at the table, got the whole 12 pack out. But it was 11 left, right? He said, y'all gonna finish these whole 11 beers right now. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, my mama was at work, right? So my dad got me and my brother up in there. We trying to down 11 beers, right? And keep in mind, we had to be like third, second grade. You know what I'm saying? Like my brother was in the second, I think. I was in the third. We in there trying to down 11, but then we got like 2-3 beers down. Man, we was falling all over on the ground, right? And then my mama, she really was mad at my dad when she got home. She's like, it was a long drag out about him making us drink them beers. But my daddy said they wanted to drink. Nah, we let them drink, right? And from that point on, that day, I didn't never like beer. He made me hate beer from that point on. So that's why I done tried to drink some, like just to hang out, and I can't do it, man. I just don't like beer. I can drink, my shit is Patron. I like Patron and Grey Goose, right? I can do that now. I can sip on that without mix it, right? Grey Goose and Patron. But I can't do beer, man. I just can't do it. Right? My brother, he really don't like beer neither. Because of that, right? I don't think Red even drink beer neither. You know what I'm saying? Because of that. But yeah, man, that's why I don't drink beer. But let's get to more of these clips. If you're just not tuning in, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. We're talking about the BBL apocalypse. The sisters should not be going out to get this done. Hey, you can shake what your mama gave you. You know what I'm saying? Shake what your mama gave you. Right? You don't gotta shake what the doctor gave you, because that stank, according to what everybody shaking what the doctor gave you stank according to what everybody's saying, the BBL joint. So you need to shake what your mama gave you and work with it. And if a cat don't like what your mama gave you, then he ain't for you. See what I'm saying? Look, if a cat don't like what your mama gave you, then he ain't for you. I move on, you don't need him. Because he gonna end up doing something funny anyway down the line. You get what I'm telling you? So don't spend your 10,000 on no butt. Spend your invest that 10,000 in your business. Now, some women might look at that butt as being a business, because once they get that butt, it's really like the butt is bait. BBLs are really bait. It's to put bait on a hook so you can reel a dude in that got some more money. And so he can say, oh, I like that butt. I'll pay extra for that butt. It's pretty much what it is. Let's get down to it. Let's get down to the real size of this. You want that butt so you could attract a man with more money, so you could charge extra. Pretty much you're trying to charge extra. You upgrade on the butt so you can charge extra. So you can go up on the price. It's like a remodel. It's like, look, like a lady, like the place we stay in. The lady added a sink just so she could go up $200 on the rent. Lady had come in, I got a remodel, add a funky sink, and then go up on the rent. And that's all it is. So when you get in the BBL, all you doing is doing a remodel so you could go up on the rent. You know what I'm saying? Now, you can't take me to not McDonald's, because we on. So you can't take me to Little Long John Silver's or somewhere, right? You gotta take me to 5 Fox. Now, if you ain't from Dallas, you might not know what 5 Fox is. You got a 3 Fox, and then you got a 5 Fox, right? If you from D-Town, you know what 5 Fox is. Off of the Dallas Tollway, where it costs $50 just to park in the parking lot. It costs $50 just to park in a parking lot, right? Not only then when you getting in there, you ain't spending no less than $300 a plate. I saw a dude that went in there and ordered a cup of water, and I think he ordered dessert, and it was $100 for a cup of water and a little bitty slice of cheesecake. You know what I'm saying? And a little bitty slice of cheesecake. I said, "Oh, this be my last time coming up in this spot." And I'm telling you, man, they got a spot like that in Atlanta. They got a spot like that in Atlanta. I don't know if it's called 3 Fox or something else, but man, you got to pay just to park at that joint. So when the chick go get that BBL, that's a remodel. She wants you to go on ahead and spend a little bit of extra. Right. See what I'm saying? Look, man. Look, you giving your girl money to go bait somebody else, and he just bought his girl a butt to go bait somebody else. Now, if he's saying, "Oh, I don't like your butt," then if he don't like what your mama gave you, then he on some weird stuff, and you need to move around because he gonna end up saying something else. It's gonna be something else later. "Oh, now I don't like your lips. Can you add your lips up? Oh, now I don't like your nose. Can you get surgery?" Yeah, he's always gonna be something with them guys. You know what I'm saying? And it don't look good, man. Let me show you. That butt joint, that butt thing don't look good, man. Let me show you. Watch this. This what that butt look. This what that butt look like. Hey, so you see that? Look at how her butt look. Look at how her butt look. Not the one in the red, the one with the red boots on. Now it can I don't know. It's just a little too. I don't know. Maybe she got a tan or I don't know. Something that just don't look. It look fake looking though.
Remember how the Europeans were studying a woman by the name.
So this is part 2 on why I had to get my BBL surgically removed. So in part 1, I was telling y'all how my sit down air was stinking real bad. And it got to the point to where I had to carry around a bottle of air freshener or a bottle of perfume, because when I would use public restrooms, it would stink so bad and the smell would linger. It was like an embarrassment. I didn't want to come out the bathroom with it smelling like that and someone else was waiting at the door. When I say that BBL really ruined my life, I even lost my boyfriend behind it. He was telling me the whole time, like, "You're stinking real bad down there and I can't stomach it." First I'm in denial, like, "No, you're hating, you're mad, I got a BBL." It was the truth. It got to the point to where I would be washing my laundry, weekly, like I've been doing before I got the BBL. When I would get my laundry out of the dryer, it would still smell like that raw eating flesh.
Remember how the Europeans were studying
around 7 months ago, she went to DR. And of course, listen, your friends, they don't listen to you. They don't want to hear nothing you gotta say. I'm a friend, I respect you, do what you do. But just be careful. Go to a good doctor. She failed to do that. She went to a doctor that she seen a girl post about this doctor on, of course, IG. One thing about IG that you have to know is these girls get paid to promote these doctors. Whatever amount you pay towards that doctor is being cashed out to the same girl that's like, oh yeah, say my name, say I sent you. Yeah, they're getting a cut. She goes to DR, right? She gets the surgery done. She had lipo and she had a tummy tuck, and then she has a physical, right? But since then she was complaining. She was complaining of just body aches, headaches, you know, just feeling really heavy all the time. So she went to the doctor, and the doctor tells her, hey, we just got your blood results. Why is your kidney count low? So then the doctor says, have you had any surgeries? Have you had any surgeries in the last year? Yes.
BBL stink, do you hear me?
Do BB? Yeah, that's it right there. Yeah, look here. So it's like this. Don't go out and do that, bro. I saw, hey, right before we down, they had a girl funeral standing. She had got the BBL, she died, and they had her funeral like a week later, and they had her funeral where she was standing up at the funeral. That's the first time I ever seen that, where she was standing up at her funeral like a mommy. I'm not like a mommy, but like a mannequin. They had her at her funeral like a mannequin, and you could walk in and look at her body like a mannequin. I thought that was tight, but it really was weird. But it's like this. Yeah, some of them people, they actually, because you keep in mind, you got to sign paperwork when you go in here with these people. You got to sign paperwork when you go in here with these people. Right? So just keep in mind that this is very dangerous. The #1 death rate as far as surgeries. And like I say, you want to get some butt, you don't gotta do all it. Just go get them chili beans and that cornbread. Them beans, rice, and cornbread. Beans and cornbread had a fight. Y'all, what y'all know about that Malcolm X? I'll be ready tomorrow night. Remember when Malcolm X was putting that? They were putting that perm. It was called "Devil in the Can." Malcolm X. They said, "Get your hair out the toilet, Ian. Get your hair out the toilet." Malcolm X is trying to get that stuff off his head. That's another thing too. The dark side of beauty about the perms. If you still getting a perm in 2025, you out of your mind. I'm telling you, if you still get a perm, look, you better go back. Even in the straightening comb was really burning your follicles, but the straightening comb was better than the perm. If you getting a perm in 2025, you out of your mind. I'm telling you, you might well go bald. If you ain't already bald. I'm telling you, you know why the women wearing wigs, more women wearing wigs today? It's because of the perm. The perm killed y'all hair. That's what the whole thing was. Doc already broke that down about the perm. You know, fried, dyed, and laid to the side. Right? You got to have it fried, dyed, and laid to the side. And they promoted it on TV. You know, let your soul glow. Right? You got to let your soul glow. And Coming to America when we was already in America. And then they cut Eddie Murphy's tail off. My boys got the tail. Right? Haru them got the tail. When they become a man, then they can cut it off. And then some tribes they wear it all the way up. And some tribes we cut it off when you're 19, and then some tribes cut it off when you become king. Yeah, so yeah, that perm. The perm, man, I'm telling you, that's why half of these sisters don't got no front, like they don't got no, and then they win. Then another thing, the glue. That black glue. Every time you put that black glue in your head, you pulling your man. I see people with the black glue. And then it's men out here wearing black glue and stuff like that on their head, man. Come on, man. You may as well just go bald. I'm telling you. If you ain't already bald. I'm telling you, man. The Michael Jordan is in right now. The Michael Jordan is in. They call it the Michael Jordan, the bald. Right? Long as they don't, hey, you got people out here rocking the Yaku. The Yaku is the fade with the ball spot in the middle. That's that Yaku. Or you can get the end layer. You can get the end layer chili bowl, right? End layer's chili bowl haircut. You know what I'm saying? That's where they put a chili bowl on your head. They line up around the chili bowl, just ball out on the chili bowl, then they take the chili bowl off. No line up or nothing. What about Krill? Shout out that boy Terrence Jackson. What about Krill? Krill is the leader of the Ramadian Grays. The good ones. The ones that you see in Israel now. I wonder if I got that I don't got it loaded up right now. I wish I would have had that loaded up where I could show you. I actually loaded the clip up just a minute ago, then I deleted it because it didn't go to the class. But I'm gonna load it back up for another class when I talk about the next class I'm gonna come with. Hey, me and Rod gonna be live in an hour, y'all. At 8 o'clock, me and Rod Hayes gonna be live. That's gonna be lit because we're gonna be talking about urban warfare. We're gonna be talking about the military mindset because you gotta be ready. People sleeping on them classes that we just put out. The classes about the 15 war tactics. Just think about it. If a group of people was to hit your neighborhood and use these tactics on y'all as a Nubian community, how you gonna repel that? You gotta go watch a movie called Purge, where they was going around. They hired bikers, like third world bikers and KKK militant people to go and wipe out whole black communities. So it's like we gotta know this. That's why I'm putting it out. We gotta know these military tactics. We gotta know espionage. We gotta know all they moves. We gotta know everything they know, right? Because it's like this. Just imagine if some street cats knew that, hey, and it's some of the cats that really do hits. They know about all these tactics. They read the Art of War and all that. The cats that really do they get busy, right? Like so they talk in New York. They talk about getting busy. The cats that get busy, they already know about all this. About, hey man, we're gonna have something. We're gonna set them up for the double cross, or we're gonna set them up for this. Like they map things out. This is in the streets. If you don't know none of this stuff, you can get put out of business real quick. The reason why Big U was getting so powerful in what he was doing is because when Big U was in jail, he read the Art of War. He read the 48 Laws of Power. And then when he got out, he applied that with all he already knew about gangbanging and applied that. That's why he had so much power amongst the 60s, right? Because he applied some of these tactics when he got out, like crush your enemy completely. That's what happened to Fats. Fats was one of the dudes that was saying, hey man, come outside, Big U, let's fade. Big U don't want to fade. So Big U scared of Fats. But then Fats get took out. Right? Right. So it's like that. It's like because Big U knew the Art of War. Big U knew just like he did the same thing with Nip. Right? R.I.P. Nip. Neighborhood, right? Neighborhood cause. We Hoopers. We from Hoover. Shout out my neighborhood though. Because in Cali, the Hoovers is neighborhood beefing. Right? But down where I'm from, 6 O's and Hoovers, we ain't got no beef. We usually roll Crip is Crip or die, right? It's Crip or die. Tell you. I heard an old dude say that. I say, man, this nigga too old talking about Crip or die. He 95 years old talking about Crip or die. You know what I'm saying? Community respiration and progress. You got GD, growth and development. All this stuff wasn't gang. It was to help our community, and then they turned it. The government turned it into gangs. The news, the media. But you got the OGs. They don't play that media, social. They don't play none of it. The OGs, they off the record. Yeah, so it's like this part. If you want to get some butt, go get you some homemade cornbread. Go get you some homemade chili beans and rice. Do you a couple squats, right? Drink a lot of water. Because you can get 20% added onto your butt by just drinking enough water. A lot of these women that go and get the butt, they don't drink enough water. I bet you. You don't drink enough water. Because 20% of your butt is water. Now put that up in your pipe and get a good hit of that. Get a good whip. That's all. Put that 50. That's a whole 50. So you know why people don't like Young L? And then they try to intimidate me too. People try to extort me. They try to intimidate me. And it's really all funny because We used to be the ones that do the intimidating. You know what I'm saying? We used to be the ones that pull up on you, you know, do all that. So it's like when people doing it to me, it's like I ain't as fast to react like I was a long time ago. Long time ago, man. Yeah, like I'm lucky, man. I'm lucky. You know, my homeboy is sitting there in jail right now with life at 18, man. Life at 18, he ain't never getting out. He gotta do life, then he gotta do 18. Well, really, life in Louisiana is 25. You know what I'm saying? And then he paralyzed from the waist down. Hey, free Money Hall. You heard me? Free Money Hall. Money Hall is the one that did all my tattoos. My homeboy from Hoover. He my OG from Hoover. Right? He got life at 18. Over $500. Would you do life at 18 over $500? Huh? Over $500. He doing life at 18. Life at 18. And he was making $500 a day. He was making $500 a day doing tattoos. Man, he killed a guy over $500. And the guy was his own cousin. Put that in your, yeah, his own cousin. I tell you some crazy, I tell you some Jerry Springer stuff. What? Kill his own cousin. See, he go over there. He had a Delta 80. We used to ride around the Delta 88. And the windows were blacked out. We used to hotbox it, ride around town, bumping that MJ, that 8-ball MJG. Y'all see, a lot of people don't know about all of this. That pimping, that pimp harder. And then he got 2 15-inch subwoofers, so it's hitting. It's hitting. You can't even sit in the back seat without your heart it beating irregular. You know what I'm saying? From the bass, right? The windows about to bust out. They back. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. In the Delta 88, we riding around scrap with the orange and blue. Yeah, that boy Money hard crazy though. But what happens is that he sold his cousin the Delta 88, and that cousin gave him, like, I think he wanted $2,000 for it. He gave him $1,500, so you owed him $500. All right, so the cousin kept saying they were gonna pay him. Didn't pay him. About 2-3 weeks went by. Money Hall hearing about him at dice games, shooting dice, and hearing about him at the different spots, gambling and money. He ain't got his money yet. So Money Hall went over there to the house and checked him. And keep in mind, Money Hall paralyzed from the waist down. But he one of them dudes that he quick with the pistol. Because he got that, I'm in a wheelchair, you trying to play me. So he gonna pull out his gun. When he pull it, he gonna blast. He ain't pulling it. My people from Hoover's, anybody from Hoover's, if they pull a pistol, somebody getting put out. I'm telling you, man. I ain't never seen no Hoover pull a pistol for no reason. Ever. I ain't been around 60s that much, and I've been around some Bloods. They didn't pull my cousin. I got some Bloods. People that's Bloods, 5'9", 6 dudes brims. But I done seen them pull a gun, that they give you might let you make it. But a Hoover pull out, if you got a Hoover to pull out his gun, you gone. On my mama. If he had to pull out, it's already over. I'm telling you. So, like I said, Money Hall went over there to press him about the 500. Right? And like I say, the dude, he would do woo. Money Hall couldn't get the car back really because he already signed it over the titles. So Money Hall played the police. Now this in the streets, in the hood amongst us, you don't play 12. If you play the peoples, see that if you play the people, that brings a whole nother thing to it. They look at that funny if you play the peoples. You know what I'm saying? So Money played to feel like he was getting played, and I know why Money played. Money don't usually play the people, right? But Money played to people because it was his cousin, and he didn't want to smoke him right off. Right? He ended up smoking them anyway, but he didn't want to smoke him right off, right? He's like, man, look, man, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? So he tried to call the police to get him over there to get his car back. The police said they couldn't get the car back, right? Because he had already signed the titles over. So his cousin felt some type of way. His cousin was from Hoover too. his cousin felt some type of way, and he was like, "All right, since you're gonna play the peoples, you can get you got to get that in blood." And then what he tell Money Hall that for? You know what I'm saying? What he tell Money Hall he got to get that in blood? Money Hall like, all right, bet. Man, about that weekend. This how it happened, like on a Tuesday. Like a Tuesday when they got into the altercation over the or whatever, over the car when Money Hall played the people, right? So what happens is I think about maybe like I think it was that weekend. It might have been the next weekend, but it happened pretty quick. They was in the club. Money Hall was in the club with his girls. He had 2 girls with him, and then he had and they the ones that snitched on Money. Really, they told her that they testified on Money. The girls that he had with him. That's why if you go and do something, when we go and do something, don't have nobody with you. But Money was tweaking that night. Money was tweaking, man. If Money was really tweaking that night, I'm telling you. But he was on them jiggers. Back then they were rolling hard on them Supermans and them triple stack them joints, right? The triple stack Supermans and Blue Dolphins. Those the ones that was like back then. But y'all don't even know nothing about this. Y'all ain't no real street people, right? But he popped 3-4 of them and be out of his taco. He be out of man, be jiggling, rolling, pass me some water so I can roll harder. That's how they be doing in Louisiana. Pass me some water, I can roll hard, right? And they don't drink no orange juice. And he smoked them cool cigarettes. He smoked 3 packs of cigarettes in 2 hours on them joints. I'm telling you, man. Drank a whole bottle of Grey Goose. So he drank a whole bottle of them 3 big blue triple stack Blue Dog. 3.5, and then 3.5. He drunk him a whole bottle of Grey Goose, smoked him about 4 packs of cigarettes before the club was out. He seen his cousin up in there. He said, "All right, that didn't go right there." He went get in his car. To make a long story short, followed them from the club. When they got on the interstate, when they got off to get off where they live at, Money Hall pulled up on side of him and unloaded 30 up in his car with a 9 Ruger. And the 9 Ruger he had got that from another one of my homeboys who was a younger cat that had the gun, right? It was a cat like he was about 16. I think Mike might have been like 16. Mike had stole a gun from somebody. It was a Ruger with a extended clip in it, right? And Money Hall said, "What you doing with this gun?" So Money Hall took it from, but pretty much Mike really gave it to Money Hall. Right, and Money Hall, that's the one that he kept that gun with him. Man, I'm telling you, that I done been with some real killers, man. I'm telling you, like Money Hall was a real shooter. Like all people, like I know some real shooters, but I'm saying like I have been around people, and I ain't bragging about this, but and this dude, God rest his soul, he did now. Shangalane. Money Hall used to take us around like. So Shangalane, he was the OG of another gang called the 19s. They call it 19. They was Hoovers at first, but then they broke off from the Hoovers and he started his own gang called 19s, right? And they used to wear Georgetowns. But that dude was a real live demon. You hear me? I'm telling you, Shangalane was a real live demon. Anytime like some old people owed him money. Some old people owed him money on some drugs. And when they got their check and they cashed it, they didn't pay him. So when they didn't pay him, he killed all of them, shot them all behind the ear execution style and burned the house down. Some old people, man, wheelchairs. Shangalane. Everybody know he did it. Nobody would talk. Nobody would talk because they don't want to be the next victim. But his Shangalane met another demon. See, sometimes you got to get a demon to fight another demon. You don't gotta, if you ain't no demon, you don't gotta sit there and fight and argue with no demon. What you need to do is get another demon. All right, you a demon. I need to get another demon over here to deal with you. So, hey, 911, we got a demon over here say he want to get busy. So call the police, right? The other demons, the demons in blue, get them over there. to wrestle around in the dirt with him. But like this, Shangalang met another demon. See, Shangalang had killed this one brother, right? And his brother was a crazy man, right? Named Kevin Reed. His brother was a crazy man named Kevin Reed. You talking about a dude? Let me tell you about Kevin Reed. Kevin Reed was a real crazy man, for real, for real. Like a crackhead mowed his yard and used his lawnmower, right? And the crackhead stole the gas, but the crackhead poured water in the gas tank to make it like it was real gas, right? The crackhead poured water in Kevin Reed's gas tank and then set it back on the porch. So by the week go by, next time Kevin Reed come out to the mow his yard, he come out, pour the water in his lawnmower, try to store it a little bit, wouldn't store it. He smell it, he said, "Oh damn, this damn water, nigga, switch my water," right? Kevin Reed go buy a new gas tank, a new gas can from Family Dollars. He go fill it up with $5 worth of gas. He go find that dude that put the crackhead that he paid to mow the yard, and then he pour that whole $5 worth of gas on that dude and light him on fire in broad daylight in front of everybody in Lakeside, over there in Lakeside. If you're from Louis Shreveport, you know what I'm talking. You know what Lakeside is. Allendale, Lakeside. That's like the bottoms. Like most of all cities got a place they call the bottoms, and it's like they'll usually be the worst spot of the whole city. The bottoms, or across the tracks, or the south side, right? But that dude, Kevin Reed, set that dude on fire in broad daylight in front of the gas station. So, and then, so he one of them crazy out that's real. You don't want to mess with this dude, right? So Shangalang killed one of Kevin Reed's brothers. And then that started the saga where Kevin Reed was out to kill Shangalang. And Kevin Reed used to dress up like Tyler Perry, like Madea. And he actually, that's the last, and he didn't shot Shangalang. Shangalang had been shot at least 3-4 different times by Kevin Reed before he finally got him the last time, and because he really made sure he was dead this time. But the first time he shot him 2-3 times, boom, Shangalang lived. Kevin Reed dressed up like a woman, catch him slipping again, he still lived. Kevin Reed caught him the last time at the liquor store and jumped on the hood of his car with an AK-47 and shot through the windshield, made sure he unloaded the whole whatever, like it was like 50 rounds or whatever into his car. And then check this out. Shangalang still drove about 6 miles from that gas station and died in his front yard. That dude, that was like a real live demon for real, man. Look, that dude drove about 6 miles from the way he got shot about 50 times. He drove from there and drove all the way to his house, and which was about like about 6 lights. Yeah, about 6 lights down. If you go but down on Thornhill, he got shot on Union, and then he drove to Thornhill. It might be less than 6 miles, but it's about 6 miles, I think, right? But he drove all the way home and parked in the yard. Yeah, he was a real live demon though. People like that get took out. They got to go, man. I'm telling you, he had to go. Like them old people, blood was crying from the ground. Some people was happy when Shangalang got took out. That Kevin Reed took him out. And look, Kevin Reed walking around right now today. Yeah, I see Kevin. You go at the liquor store, you go up there and you may run into Kevin Reed. He's still walking around right now. Everybody know he did Shangalang. The cops, everybody. They it's like almost like they patted him on the back for it. Because they could never get nobody to tell on Shangalang. The whole city, they could never get nobody to tell on that man. Because when you went, it was somebody that was, like when you go, they were finna testify on him one time. A couple, and they killed everybody in the house. They killed the children and the husband and the mama. And the whole city was, well, at least that neighborhood in City Grove, we was heard about that. Like, why would Shangalang do kill all them people like that? Like, why would he kill the kids too? And we was like, man, like everybody. And then years went by after that, and the man still was on the streets. Like Money Hall used to be there right there doing his tattoos. I remember he put a triple J in his face and put a heart with a triple J, a 666. That triple J really stands for 666 because Shangalang sold himself. I found out that Money Hall told me that Shangalang had sold his soul to the devil a long time ago, and the devil made an oath with him that he wouldn't be able to die. So he'd have been shot. So he was coked up too when he got shot. When Kevin Reed shot him the last time, he was on drugs. So that might have been part of it too, like the Tony Montana type thing where you can take bullets and your adrenaline is so high, you make it, for a certain amount of time. Yeah, but I could tell you a whole bunch of stories like that. That's like people getting smoked and all that, man. It ain't no glory about it, and then it's really sad because a lot of the situations, if I think about it, it was for little or nothing. Like little or nothing. Like I saw a dude get blew off a swing. And he was only 18. No, he was only like 17 years old. And the dude that shot him was 18. Both of them brothers gone. Dude that shot him was 18. He was from 60s. And the other dude was 17. He was from 19. This right here happened see, I lived in the projects, Bel Air projects. They call it Woodlawn projects now. They changed the name of it. But man, we used to have to go crawfish. We were so broke and poor. We didn't have no meat. We only had Roman noodles. That's it. Roman noodles and government cheese. And so to get meat, me and my brother used to go to the store, steal a pack of bologna, take that bologna, go down to the little pump. It was like this little ditch down the street from the projects, and we used to tie a shoestring to the bologna and then dip it down into the water and catch these crawfish and catch crawfish. And then we used to catch about enough to get us enough meat. And then we'll go back home, cook the crawfish, and put it into the noodles, eat crawfish noodles. You don't know about eating we had to eat served sandwiches. Have you ever ate a served sandwich, a mayonnaise sandwich? Have you ever ate mayonnaise sandwiches and served sandwiches and noodles for your lunch and Kool-Aid? You know what I'm saying? When I got to about like I say when I got to probably like the 9th, 10th grade, we got moved out to projects. But it was too late then. We was already indoctrinated. You are a product of your environment sometimes. Because you gotta go be a certain mentality, or you'll get picked on, or you'll get took advantage of. And where we from, you can start out scared, but they gonna work that out of you. But like we used to catch fades. We used to fight, have big old fights, like big old everybody fighting. But now it ain't like that no more. Man, if a fight break out, you better get on, move around, because somebody finna start shooting. I'm telling you, the youngsters ain't doing no right? They pants sag too low to fight. They can't fight. They can't even got no balance and rhythm because they pants too low out on the ground. My granddaddy called them britches. They britches hanging off their behind too low. Right? Hey, young man, pull up your britches. What y'all know about? Nobody know about that word. Hey, how many people remember that word? Britches. That's an old one right there. For you people that don't know what britches mean, britches is pants. You know what I'm saying? Pants. Pull up your britches. Right? My granddad used to bend you over his knee and whoop your butt. You ever been bent over a knee? Got your butt whooped? My granddad bend you over his knee. Whoop your butt. Bring me my belt. Oh, go get a switch. You remember that one? Go pick me a switch off that tree. And I had some cousins. They used to go with the biggest one they find. I said, man, he got to be crazy. Why would he get the biggest stick he can find to get his behind wood? Man, I find a small, but then sometimes you can mess up and get them small ones, them little small ones that bend real good like a whip. Oh man, they sting worse. Hey, sometimes, hey, look, I figured out that my cousin might have won that done, right? He used to get the big ones that break. So when grandma hit you with them, they break, right? But if you get the little thin one, I used to think I'm smart by getting the little thin one. Like, oh, this thin one ain't gonna hurt. Man, that thin one will cut your behind up like a whip. Boy, you wish, hey, my cousin, he get hit 2-3 times, it break. He done getting the whooping. I'm telling you, man. You go out there and try to pick a little switch, come back, get your behind toe out the frame with a little bitty, with a real whip. You got a real whip off the tree. I'm telling you, man. Hey, if my grandma got one tree in her front yard, my nana, right? And she's out that tree. Yeah, go get me a switch out that tree. That means you gonna get a whooping, boy. You better pick a good one. And get me a good one too. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get you a good one, all right, grandma. My cousin, I know why my cousin Corey used to get that big stick now, because when she whap him with that stick 2-3 times, he gonna break. She done, you know what I'm saying? He didn't got his business. But you got that little bitty one that big, because she had that tree. I forgot what you call that tree, but it looked like the ones that got the vines that bend on it though. She had one of them trees in her front yard. Yeah, I used to climb that tree. I'm telling you, the switch tree. Go get me a switch out that tree. But that was a bad combination. But I tell you something, man. Like my grandma, man, she used to always keep a lot of kids. Like she know how to handle a lot of kids. Like my grandma, big mama know how to handle a whole army. Big mama can't handle an army, man, of kids. Bad. You had 3. Some people with 1-2 kids, they about to go out of their mind. Big mama had 15, 20 kids in the house at one time. And was calm and collect. You know what I'm saying? The whole time. Fed everybody. Everybody got a bath. Everybody got a nice little cuddly place to sleep. I'm telling you. And some people got 1 or 2 kids, they about to lose their mind. I know I am. I got 2 boys, and my boys, hey, every 10 minutes they asking me a question. Oh, can I do this? Can I get this? Can I do that? Can I have this? Can I do that? Oh, what's this? What's that? Boy, I'm telling you. So yeah, don't get them BBLs, man. That's really what this is about. But we just came to kick it with you too. We're gonna be live in 30 minutes with Raw. I'm gonna take a break, give me something to drink real quick. We're gonna be back live in about 30 minutes, y'all. So peace and love. Wadu. Never have it been made so clear.